Hello and welcome. Right, yes, there has been a casualty. I have been almost completely focusing on the dairy and all the rest of it. And I came on this session, I don't know how I missed it, but I have. And it's going to stand. It is. I'm not going to roll it back or anything. It is the price you pay for actually missing and dropping the ball. We're that busy concentrating. It is one of those things that you like think, right, I'm going to concentrate on what's on the map. Yeah, but not to the extent that your fields go bad. And I did. I dropped the ball. So I think we've even missed the opportunity for replanting this canola. We could do it now and it'd be late next year. What were we doing the canola for? That is my biggest question because we sort of changed direction. Really, we have. It's no good. I was looking through the productions just as I had looked in horror, and I think, well, yeah, we're actually concentrating on the matte one, so we sort of switched. We were going to do the Cavalier Roy, which I believe that probably does need canola, but really we're concentrating on the dairy stroke. Then we're going to make this little lot. I think we did need some canola. That was it. It was special. Sunflower oil. This needs. So sunflowers are completely different. Yeah, now let's have a look at our greenhouses because they trickle quite a bit. But the main thing is with the bread is this that we needed the dough. So we really needed the proper dough making, which now let's have a look. I know we're making the yeast. Let's just try and concentrate. We've lost that. We've lost a massive, and it is a huge field. I'm really disappointed with that. But I've dropped the ball. I have. It is as simple as that. I have been concentrating entirely on this. The dairy side of this is working nicely. Pasteurized milk is the thing that it needs. We've got plenty of pasteurized. Oh, hang on a minute. Are we not? Yeah, but it's going to itself. This is the thing that always confuses me about um, productions. This needs itself. So you don't need to send it to itself, I don't think. Otherwise, these wouldn't be blue. Yeah, so the yogurt likewise has got it's the sugar. No, it's the strawberries. And I did notice we are obviously trickling through on those. We're trying to make our greenhouses actually go more. So if you look at this, the strawberries are storing, whereas they should be distributing. And on our second one, second one, 2 strawberries. Likewise, that's 6 odd tons that are actually doing that now. Obviously, we've got some bits and bobs that really, so we've got a bit of canola in both for making canola oil, but we haven't got the oil plant on this. So if we're going to do this based upon the map, and we're going to follow this through. So bread requires dough. The dough is there and requires, this is what we were going to concentrate on. This is why we dropped the ball. So it's sunflower oil it needs. It needs dough, but the dough is produced in its own thing, which requires, yeah, all of these inputs, which is why we, of course, did the eggs. So there's a point. Can you put eggs in the Nicky? Can you send eggs? That's what I mean. Or is it, or these eggs? See, there's a few. I did a mod review per se, or tips and tricks thing that was things I picked up that I don't know that anyone else has ever really covered. And I don't know if they have because I don't watch everyone else's channels. But I mean, I do watch some. But that doesn't mean to say I've not caught what I've done myself. There's a few observations of the way that certain mods actually work together, and which, yeah, we tried it on this very Let's Play, which is why it's relevant. Really, is we had a comment from Roberts. Let's put this on 0.5 minutes we're chatting. Yeah, that about feeding your animals automatically. Now I thought, hang on a minute, you can do productions to productions or feed productions, and you can sort of use the production stroke movers like the one that we've got, and it will move anything with it to something else. But to a production, that's the entire strength of FS22 and I presume FS25 too, is this. It's going to continue on the same sort of thing. We saw that this was at 900 odd tons and it's not gone up. And if we look at our storage, no, we're not taking it out yet. So if we go down to the, it's not small, is it? It is, what's it called on this one? Yeah, you can see, oh no, we haven't switched it on. Seed, lime and manure. Yeah, we've got the lime in. It's the seeds that somehow we need to be telling that to distribute as well. So we're going down here for seeds. Now they are. Yeah, they are on distributing. So this should really now go to this, but it's not calling for it anymore. It's because we've switched it off because it wasn't working. So we need to do this now, and then it will call for it. Yeah, we said we're going to do it more fully. Yeah, if you're going to do this and you're going to go into it in a big way, it's not like the Omatana, the large garden. I said I tried it on a Let's Play. I binned it because it was just too powerful. You don't need to buy any fields. It just is like owning lots of fields, and it is that powerful each month that you can. I could just make a killing just by using the Omatana large garden, and then just putting productions in. I mean, it would cost you, but you could do it one production at a time, and before long, you'd have like every production in the game all being powered by Omatana's large garden. It's that strong. So it's the small silo we've got. So TMR, yeah, if we look at the TMR, nothing's calling for it. You can't have a food place. Now, there are a couple of things that have been done in the game for moving milk, but you've still got to move it yourself. So you'd put it right next door and then you'd move it. So I've tried it on the agro. I can't remember. I can't pronounce its name. Yeah, the rice map. AgroSol. Yeah, no, I'm thinking of the modern name. It is AgroSol. Yeah, that map, and we've shifted milk with the milk distributor by Omatana, and we have shifted the wall with the Nickies, which you literally put on the wall spawning point and you put somewhere else. Also, I think that the Lord has done a shed that shifts things around, but that you've still got to put things into the shed, so manual movement is required. Now, you've always been able to use, I've not seen many people do it, but you've always been able to shift things around with belt systems, but they were always a little bit, yeah, I mean, I've seen people do that. You could spawn and then you could belt it from the ground, but you'd still sort of like tip in a tipper, so you can sort of do that kind of thing. That's a possibility and has been for a long time. But again, the tipper rates the tippers. You like to think, well, let's put it in the Let's Play close to. That's why I always say location, location, location. So there's still a bit of manual looking required. But I thought, is there a way to actually not cheat the system, but sort of work with it a little better than you do? Because you fine tune it, and there is there's a few tips and tricks, but you've got to work with the system, yeah, really. So yeah, that is the conclusion. So we're at 1.2 million, which is cracking. We've now done those two things to shift things around. That we now need to feed the animals, because as I've sort of said, yeah, I could pull that here, but we've already pulled a few stunts to actually make this nice and quick, and that's my problem. I don't need this one. Yeah, we need the biggie, which is the 70-tonner, and the 70-tonner will do just as well. I think it was there. It is. Yeah, I think I've got two of these, haven't I? They're both the 8 series as well. We bought a second lurcher. Not being content with one, we bought two. Can't take it out. It's not a terrible thing, right? So we were gonna. Now I think there's an egg spawner as well. Yeah, there is. There's 2 or 3. There's nothing for cows apart from the milk distributor. But what I mean is you can't feed them. So let me just show you what I'm on about. You can, and it would be useful to us now that the eggs are beginning to come through. If you go to animals and chickens, there is, by Nikki, egg distributor. Place the warning stripe over egg spawn point for automatically send to other production. Now we could send that direct to whatever we need it to go to, and it'll just appear now. Yeah, let's switch the interactive zone markers on though, and let's try that again. Because this is going to suit us, and also it is fully embracing the power of productions, which is exactly what I am trying to do. So it has actually held on to it. So it has to overlap. Yeah, so this sort of can go. Is that the right way? Yeah, sort of. Just like go. Yeah, we know it overlaps. It's supposed to. I think you can do it like that. It's just the spawn point is. It just has to overlap like said. You've got to put this in V mode, obviously, because it's always going to overlap. So it should now. Let's do it like that. So it literally is on that, even though I'm quite sure that doesn't matter at all. So now, if we go to productions, we should be able to. Oh, hang on a minute. It's the black screen of death. Oh, okay. Yep, we have the black screen of death. That didn't like that. It may or may not recover. Yeah, it's. Oh, oh wow. Let's just check. We can save. It didn't like that though. Right, it's recovered. Oh wow. So, very first time we put the Nikki down, it really didn't like that. I'm repeating myself now. Apologies. It freaked me out. Yeah, it did. Right, so then we should now. Right, so the dough. We need to switch the dough on, which is then going to call for pasteurized milk, yeast, eggs, and that. And now we need to go to the Nikki if it hasn't crashed and burned. Right, eggs, distribute, and we need to distribute. Why is that not showing the eggs? Do we need to move the eggs? The eggs are there. Why would we have to move the eggs? Do we have to move them onto there? Or does it just work on the hour? Oh, what do you know? Once you've done that, oh, okay. So, oh, it's because they're already spawned. Yes, that's standard mechanic. So that should now work. And we have got 410 animals, 12.5 tons of food. So it's not going anywhere quickly. And we've also actually got. Yeah. So the one thing we've not got is the ability to feed them automatically. But I did sort of think, well, yeah, but what do you want really? We don't want to like make it so. Otherwise, what are we doing? Right. So we want TMR. We've got 120 tons, but that we'll call that the emergency fund for the day that we don't. Yeah, we're struggling. You could easily blow a million. Yeah, $1.25 million. It's easily done. Let's open that up. And that's why our old dairy is no longer working, and we are now moving to our new thing. So we are distributing our own eggs. So that's something you can do. You can do the same with the milk, but it's not quite so easy. But you can sort of. But to be honest, you can do the same with a Nikki. It's a little bit further to go, but we're already doing that. So to me, I just think, well, let's just crack on. We're already doing it. So I think we'll do a couple of these today because we've been waiting for this 120 tons to distribute to our animals, and of course it's not actually doing it. So right, yeah, milk is 46 tons again. Let's have a look how we. Yeah, we could do with another one. I think we'll sort of half get another one in. Do we need to? They're not using that much. I think they're probably about 80 tons a day, I'd say. So that should cope with that. Right, so we now want our lorry, which I think is close. See it. See it on the screen here. It should be. There's no lurches here. I can hear his engine. I do like it. I do. I just don't. It is. You sort of does your head in because you get used to it. Right, where did we stick the lorry? Oh, if it had teeth, it'd bite us. Literally. Right, so then we want to grab one of the tankers. Let's drop that off. I think I'm also double clicking with the back because I really honestly didn't reset that last session. I must have just clicked again. Yeah, but it doesn't auto select. You'd have got to select it like that. That's my point. I don't know how I did it. I'm not saying I've never. I did reset it the session before, that I admit, but I also picked it off the floor afterwards. Yeah, I've never made any bones that I do that, but I don't. Yeah, I really didn't do it. Right, so we've got two of these views now. So let's just focus. Really made this one. So that was a bit of a break. So no, they're open. The portals are open. I know I do cheat, leave them open all the time, but yeah, we would shut them. I've got to get better at that actually. So we want to roll backwards. Now, there is the milk distributor. We could sort of be clever and do something similar to what we've just done to automate this as best you can. It is me sort of keep saying about, oh, I'm doing my best, and I'm like, so we could sort of. Yeah, do that, and then what we could do, again, animals do get used to this type of thing. If we know that's the field point, we could stick in the field just there. Again, animals, cows, which is already on. Here's a silver. Oh, I think it's actually no. It might be in here as well, but I think it's not. I think it's in productions. Yeah, this is the bit. Yes, it is. So this is in productions just to throw us. It's not in the animal section. It's a silver tank. It's quite a way in by Omatana. This is just going to send it direct and save us because we can put this right next to where we are, and then we could like pick up. Now then, is this going to make this? Well, we'll sell it straight away if it doesn't work. It's $1,000. So it's not going to break the bank. So yeah, we're going to work with the productions as well. Milk distributor. That's the one. No, it does. We need to. You've done it again. Zone markers. Do you know I'm a terror? Yeah, it's because you're like very, very fortunate. So the dump point is right there. So do we need to move it slightly? That's the proper tank, isn't it? So we could sort of. We don't want to move a lot, but I'm not sure if that's going to interrupt with it, as in like the fact it overlaps. It may cause issues, in which case we should sell it straight away. We're just going to test. Right, smashing. And we can now start overloading. Because this is only a pickup point. And let's see, is it going into the milk distributor now? It should be, because you're only supposed to be able to grab from the milk point. So it should be filling the milk point up, and we are. So we now want to distribute this. And this is for convenience, really, right? No, right, so that's not actually interfering with anything, or it doesn't look like it is. And also gives us something to aim for So that was all the milk, wasn't it? We've got it all. Yeah, it is fantastic. So TMR is the food's up to the top. The green bar at the top, isn't that what's important? I think so. Water's still fantastic. They've got enough foods to get through till tomorrow. So with that in mind, we're going to go through till tomorrow. Let's go grab another 120 tons ready tomorrow. This is, this is automation at its very best. I did try to do this a little bit at Glenleven, but the design of your farmyard is also important. Yeah, it is. So we've destroyed our crop, so that's annoying. We've got that beautiful tractor. The forage harvester. Well, no, we said we did. We've already got one. It is a Butte. Don't get me wrong, there's no denying this fact. It is a Butte, and the sugar beet cutter we're also interested in because it isn't a bad price. But Cavalier Roy's own production is cheaper than that, so why would you do that? So we're going to go through. Are we missing anything? Let's have a look in the time zone and start check. We really need to be doing our seeds. Should be doing water. Methane. We were going to use that for Cavalier Roy's production, but now we are about to place that, so we ought to be waiting for that. The pasteurized milk we are using. Herbicide we did for our own use, but geez, that's all being used. There's only the methane really that I can see that we're missing. Cotton. Well, that's true, we're not doing anything with that, and we haven't got sheep yet. So we'll stick with the cows for now and go through till tomorrow morning, and yeah, we will. It's 9 o'clock. Not sure if I've done the zippy thing to 9 already. Right, we should check sales, feed the animals. This is one good thing about this particular type, but again, I don't want to feature the oh wow, yeah, other businesses except for the ones we're already doing. I don't mean I'm not going to add productions. What I'm trying to say is I want to work with the ones we've got. And there's only so much you can do. So let's have a look. Too far out, possibly. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Is 120 tons actually keeping these? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Still exactly where it was before. Water's doing nice. We might put a couple of tankers worth in. Milk 45 tons again. Wow, that's fantastic. Reproduction, puberty. They're in puberty. They're nearly halfway through reproduction. So that's going down about 2 tons a day. So we could grab the lurcher. I shouldn't keep calling it that. Schnibble mod and just make cracking. Please don't keep showing that horribleness that I have done. Right, let's stick some lights on this. It's got good lights. It takes about 1.5 seconds for it to lurch into. Yeah, it literally is just. Right, let's grab this one. This one can be the grain. So we do need to feed the chickens. May as well grab a shed load of load some in. Yeah, we did. And it'd be nice if we could go through till. Yeah, I know got a little bit of chips. Lime. Wheat, that's the one. That's the one. Oh, just a minute. I don't think we need much more than that. That's a bit overkill. If we're going through 2, that's about 4 months. Right, but then again, this I don't mind this being, you know, like literally whatever. It's already got good storage. We don't need to increase the storage when it's already got good storage. It's about 4 or 5 months supply for these. Of course, they are going to grow quite quickly. And then we will need to put more chicken food in. And being as these are needed a lot. Now, it does look to me like those eggs are shifting. So we would have had some... Yeah, it is. Food, 15 tons, and the eggs are no longer appearing. So that means that they are going. So if we now look in our productions, we should now be producing... Yeah, the milk is... We need to do the milk. Yeah, we can't forget that. But we're just pointing out because we were checking the eggs. The eggs are gone, so that proves that they're doing their job. The milk, we need to be checking. Soy milk, we need soy. So again, this is something else we need. Soybeans. Yeah, it's another product that we need to be shifting into. Silage is busy. Looks like we're nearly out of silage. Yeah, so we did know this, that the so the dough again is waiting for flour. I don't think we've got anything in, have we? And this is what I was saying. Yeah, a little tiny bit. Oh, we have got. No, that's, yeah, what we've just... No, actually, that is true. The actual greenhouses, they want to be distributing. So these here, we've got a little bit of oats, a little bit of sorghum, a little bit of wheat. We can do all of those to our... We haven't got one, have we? No, we haven't. We need to be making some flour. This doesn't make flour, it makes dough. So we need some sort of general mill. We could go the Omatana route, actually. I think we were actually trying to do this. We were looking on the map. But is there anything on the map? We bought the sugar mill because we know that needs the yeast. Oh, did we think about the mill on this one? Does it do anything special? Right, let's save the game. Let's do the processes we've got to do first. Let's grab that milk. Don't want anything being forgotten, because this is the true test. Can you, now that we've got that, can you pick up the milk? Yes, you can. And then you can overload it straight to the milk distributor. So that's now made as good as it possibly can be. Just fill it and overload to it, which we tested already. We've done, in essence, these animals. There is an easier way to do this, which I shall be starting to incorporate in things like this. Obviously, we've got the 82 Studios as a point in that you could incorporate it into the fields. You could, that going forwards, or an enclosure. I mean, you can have tanks built inside. Now, we're using game mechanics to achieve the same thing, but it is, you could do it, right? So then what was it I'd seen? Where is our... It's there. Yeah, no, we were going to keep this. No, we said we didn't want to cut it, so we've done this on purpose. We have got 174 and 188, and I am a little bit... Because we are a major grass, we do need it, so I'm thinking, do we keep the two fields, really, rather than destroy this one? Do we grab another? Or have we got enough? We need to first of all look at our new productions and see what we actually need to do with them. Yeah, we've seen some things that we need, so we need a tick list of things that we need to plan for next year. So we have got a bit of a break until then, but we can just crack on doing what we've got done now. Ooh, I was going to say, have you looked at the TARDIS? Oh, you looked at the TARDIS. It's a Freudian slip. Have you looked... Oh, that's a 260. What tractors remind me? I think we've got enough tractors to sink a battleship. Yeah, we've got the 886 and the 458. So the big end is definitely covered. Mediums, we have got two lurchers. I thought we had a 230 and a 260. That's the 9 series. So that is still a bit of a lurcher then. We've got that beautiful thing, 291. I think that could go a little higher. And that's a 276. So I think we've got like the mid-range, really. maybe a 350 is about the only thing that we've short, and we've got a little Ultra that started us all off, really, which is a good fertilizer one. So it's another 260. That is an XL, isn't it? Ooh. I always find these useful. Never buy them normally, but if someone else ordered this model and it's on sale, well, that's the one time I will allow it. It's 13 miles an hour, so it's fast. Its unload rate isn't, but you can leave a worker chugging with something like that. Let's change the colour. I'm going to snazzy it up. Let's give it a nice chrome finish. And I think we'll keep it chrome and blue. It's got a bit of red as well. Tiny bits just there. Do we? I think we will. Let's give it red wheels. Let's see if that. Oh yes, I do like that. That is beautiful. It is. So let's buy that for 18,346. Fantastic. Yeah, and we will say no to that beautiful thing because we just don't need it. So let's just check our productions and see, is there anything? I think we're now waiting on, yeah, we've got a sugar beet doing what it needs to do, but we're really short on everything else. Now, the greenhouses was the one thing we did say we needed to be checking, because there are some things that we have got. We now need to be telling things not to store. We need to say distribute. Yeah, on everything, especially anything that can be made into flour. Storing lettuce, I think we're going to sell directly. Well, we might need it for the process. Let's leave out a little bit corn. Distribute to. Cotton, yeah, that's true. We can do that. It's not. It's a very tiny little thing. Now the soybeans, we've already seen that we have a need for it. Canola. Would you put everything on distribute? It won't do anything if there's nothing to distribute to. Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, right. And now we need to do the other one. Right, so. Oh, 3. Yeah, it's true. It's the same as storing if there's nothing to send it to. So, yeah, we really need now. Oh, no, that does want to be on storing still. Wheat. And these can all... Right, so we definitely need some sort of a mill. So where is the likely place we can actually put this? Now we have, of course, got that little field, which really is no longer of any use to us because the horses, we could buy that little one next door and literally rip that and have it for productions, or maybe even the one behind the chicken shed. It's a little bit further out the way. For productions, that doesn't really matter, but I'd like it fairly close. Mind you, we already own. No, we don't, I don't think, actually. Let's have a look. It's not like we haven't got the cash to buy a tiny little field. Yes, so, oh, we do own, yeah, we own that horse pasture. Yeah, we won't visit because it throws us into the thing. So I don't know whether it's been done away with, or whether I needed to update my, as in like take everything out and put it back in, perhaps because it did have the update. So in that case, we do own that land. And it's nothing there at the minute, so it's not going to hurt. So I think we're going to go the Omatana, because this sort of does everything. It is a chugger though, but yeah, we can afford to upgrade it a couple of times if we find it's not doing its job properly. So it actually is further back. Oh, that's a point. This is actually mud as well. But yeah, Omatana likewise says. Omatana has also, I think they are over this way, just after the Chen Bends. Yeah, they are just past this. Yeah, where we sort of were, it's not far off. There we go. Yeah, there's the wall distributor and that, but also Nikki does one too, as does Omatana. So yeah, you can use either really. Here we go. Farm bakery. I think it does both. I'm sure that was what I thought was quite interesting about it. But we also need something else to do a lot of other stuff. But I thought we were going to look on the map first at the grain mill here, which is over at the back. Right, let's just save the game. I think we've already bought this once and sold it back, haven't we? Let's remind myself. I know it's going to block us. So, oh right, it does a bit of specialness though. And Cavalier Roy isn't one for known. So this will 10 for 8, 60 for 46. Then it's not terribly lossy. Oats gaining and sorghum should gain a little too. Cornflour, that's not a bad recipe. Right, now then, I think we needed soybeans for something. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's follow this through. So they're now calling. That needs to distribute from this to our own. I thought it best to use Cavalier Roy's really. So it should now. Soy milk needs soy, so that's going to call for the soy. That's what we need. So we need not to have the soy flour on because it's a waste of our soy. We can have everything else producing flour. So that should call. Do we want canola when we could do oil? No. So all of these others are all going to call from our greenhouse on the hour, and then it's going to make a little bit of flour, which is then going to distribute to our original dough making, which is short of, yeah, well, it worked. Surely that should be calling for pasteurized milk. We've not told the pasteurized milk to distribute. And that's why we need to go distribute, isn't it? Right, so now that should distribute. Chocolates, we want to be selling. Oh, do we? Let's check. Yeah, I think chocolate is the same on almost every map, but I just want to make sure and also show you too. Yeah, not just like have these hidden. I find this is one of the most important things in this is where you show people. Let's have a look. It's yeah, this is one of those that is that it's 500 fluctuation. So you some months but you only lose in between 500. So it's one of those I stick on all of the time. So that's what we're going to do. So chocolates we are going to sell. And yogurt, what about yogurt? Let's have a look. Because that is the cheese as well. We need to be. That is a bunch. Does anything else need the cheese? The brioche and that. Yes. And tomatoes. So we need to be making bread, which we've started to do now. But I think we'll go for the special stuff that we need. Eggs, butter. So we need to distribute our butter and our cheese. And the pasture, that is, there's chocolate. Do we need chocolate, actually? Thinking about it. Do we need chocolate for our brioche and special things like that? Yes. We're making cookies. Brioche likewise needs, I thought it did. I'm not an expert cook, but I do, and donuts too, so pancakes need honey. So, right, interesting. Honey. So I think, so what is that? Soy milk. Right, so we sort of do need to do soybeans, definitely, for the soy milk. Without a shadow of a doubt, we need to be doing soy next year. Right, okay, so that's, we can't do that, but we can start to do some of these other things. And I might, for the first time ever, we need to have olives, a bit of olive oil. So that would have to bring in, so we can't do olives ourselves. All right, can't we growing them in our greenhouse? Because they would grow in a greenhouse. No. Right, not in this. Yeah, of course they do a special, but it's a bit. Yeah, I'm trying to think if the small Amatana, if we could stick one of those down for the olives, because to try to represent the fact that you can grow olives in this country, but it'd have to be in a greenhouse. You can't do it in a field. So I don't want to be sticking the normal ones down, really, is what my point is. So then the dough should be, yeah, it's got the yeast and yeah, it was short of the flour, aren't we? That should pick up, and so should the pasteurized milk go on the hour. So we should start. Yeah, the eggs are all ready and waiting. So wow, that's not bad. Our eggs are producing well. Right, so we bought this. We are on the speed an hour up. We should then see that this literally goes into action at 10 o'clock. Yeah, and it's selling something as well. That's better. Wheat, oats, sorghum and corn. All in here, all producing flour. That's quite a considerable amount, actually. Oh, hang on. Have we just taken the wheat? Not that it matters, but the chickens won't agree, is my point. I think we've just taken the wheat out of the... was it the wheat out of that? Let's have a look in the Nicky. If we just take the wheat out of that? Ooh, we have, actually. Right, okay. In that case, let's switch off the zone markers. I need to buy some down at the shop. I'm going to make this so that we've got to work for it. Yeah, I'm not going to like give it on a plate. So, but obviously this is very good prices. But we're going to go grab some wheat. Do we need to do it right now? I'd like to get us through the winter. Really is my biggest thing. But I'd imagine that we're about at the end of a session. So it makes no difference whether you do wheat or chicken food. It's the same thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. That should do nicely. We should pop and grab that. I don't think we can send anyone down. They all get snarled up with a big 40-tonner, 40-foot thing. So yeah, this is now working. So another production we bought. Let's go back down to the farm. So the Merlot, which we've hidden, tucked it in. Right, so yeah, I'm going to insist that we go down to the shop to actually do these things. So 1, 2, yep, and go through till December morning, and everything should be sort of churning around, doing its job. I've got anything that I'm missing? Yeah, we've also got on hand, which I don't want to forget about. Yeah, we was going to put the Omatana down, weren't we? That was what we were going to say, but we've now gone. In that case, yeah, we're going to go Death's Pledge. We are. We can tuck that in anyway. It's so tiny, it can probably go behind the shed. It is so good. So, Death's Pledge. I will do that one time, but obviously, on this instance, it makes more sense that we actually. So this is to do the cotton that we're growing in our greenhouses. So yeah, it's not going to be a massive business, but it will, over a year, it will actually bring in quite a bit of cash. So I can't ignore it. It is building up, and it is yet another business. So really, that's probably not. Yeah, because we don't really ever. Yeah, you're supposed to do it with both sort of showing, but we don't really need to do that. We only need to drop off at the front, and we will tell our thing to either sell or... Yeah, but you're blocking off a chance for this to actually work. Right, we've got that field, as we said. Let's do this properly, because this is a production working, so we can do both. So we'll have the spawn there. So we could... Is it better to do it? I think it's better to do it like that. Yeah, we know that. So if we do that, let's do a tiny bit of painting as well. Let's just give it some nice cobbles. I really do like that. Make it a bit bigger, just in front, just to sort of show that that's where we're actually dropping. Just trying to get rid of the grass at the front. There, that's not bad because that grass is the middle of the road. Fantastic. So that's the desk ledge. We now need to switch that on, and then we're going to go through till morning, and then we're going to leave it there. We'll get through the rest of the winter, I think, in another session because it's going to be too long otherwise. So then, we need to. Let's grab this. So we're looking for the greenhouse. The cotton is distributed. We did it all, didn't we, already? So right, so we now just need to switch the cotton ones on, and this should be storing. Simple as that. And that, I think, is everything. Yeah, really, it should fit and start each and every day. Right, so let's go to sleep then till the morning, and we'll leave this at December morning, I think. Feed the animal. No, we'll leave that for next session. We will. Yeah, we should start with the animals next session. Now we've even refined that even as well. So, right, yeah, our main income is not actually doing any more. So, remind me, have we already got a corn header? I think we have. We need to do sunflowers. So that's not a baddie, is it really? Yeah, we've got the. Yes, I think actually that is probably. It can handle a big one, but that is not bad. I have switched off the what was it called? Yeah, it's not a terribly good bonus, but it is really like about 70 grand. So even that's not bad. Yeah, and it is a class, so you can't have like you can't really camper header. If we've got enough of those, haven't we, really? Or to single battleship. So this is where we're going to leave it. December 1165182. Let's have a look at our animals, because they should be. Yeah, we need to top up a little. Now they are getting through quite a bit. So reproduction 50. Yeah, that's fantastic. Eggs are going nicely. And we should now see a bit of action. Oh, yeah, the soy milk is doing that little bit of soybeans that we've got from our growing processes, and it is always done some soy milk and yogurt. So we need to distribute now. We need to switch on our this here. The dough is now literally making. That's good. All my life, 18 tons of dough. Right, we need to get this lot going then, don't we? Honey. It's the last thing we're going to do this session. Yeah, we're going to literally. Now, this I put in the other day. How apt. We're going to do this. And it is under productions. It's handled a little bit differently to normal honey. Yeah, it's literally seen as a production, a bit like the energy one by the horseplay team. So, looking for beehives. I've not used this, so I don't know how powerful it is, but it looked good to me, really. So I have no clue where it is. Whether they've still put it with bees. I think it's a production though, so I think. Okay. It isn't bees then. It is as well. Yeah. Doing it again. Not switch the zone box on. Typically me. Right. So, animals, bees. So you just switch it on, and it's going to be a production. And yeah, being as it's a production, raw materials, bees produce honey. So I'm going to stick this actually next to the greenhouse because it's really not very large. Maximize space, really. We don't need to go into the production thing that way, but that's adequate. We still can get in if we wanted. Fantastic. Now we need to go in that, and we need to buy some bees like you really would for an apiary. So got a lot of productions, but then that is the nature of the bees. So this restoring honig. Yeah, so honey, but we do need to buy some bees. Yeah, I mean, that's as many as you can buy as well. So there's there's no literal right. So that needs to be distributing because again, it won't go anywhere unless we've actually got it. So and of course, because it's classed as a production, the way it's handled that way, we don't need to do anything with it because it's already going to distribute with our workers who are going to take it away. So we will next session start to switch on. We're now at a point where we can actually switch this little lot on, which is obviously going to be the main way that we make cash going forwards working with the map. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at this interesting place. We've done a lot of changes. We're hanging around a mill still. Switch those zone marks off. So I hope you'll join me next session for going through the winter, where we will be replanting and getting some normal farming done as well. Yeah, we need to look at what we need planting. We know we need soy. We know we're growing little bits of it, but we want to obviously maximize all of our productions. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. I truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.